Hi there, today I'm going to show you how to set up the distances in your jumping chute so that you can free jump your horse in your own arena. So let's get started. My name is Lauren, welcome to another video. If it's your first time here, hey, how's it going? And if you like to improve your riding and training, or generally like other horsey related stuff, then you should subscribe to this channel, hit the bell icon so you don't miss anything. So I've been free jumping horses once a week, and it is so much fun. I did a live video on it, showing some video, and it turned out really crappy. So I did an enclosed area. We used the arena at Fraser Field Farms. Thanks, Robin. Shout out to Robin. And really easy to do. You just have to have some jump rails, some jump standards, and what we used from the dollar store is some caution tape. It's that wide yellow tape that we just wrapped around the jumps. So here you can see the before video. So this is the arena. It's your regular dome type arena, regular dressage ring size, 20 meters by 40 meters, so 66 feet by 132 feet. Really easy, and you don't have to have any special equipment. You can see that this is the before setup. Have you ever used a jump chute? Put it in the comments below of how you set it up and what distances you used. So we took the guesswork out of all the measuring as well. We took a measuring tape and measured the distances between the jumps. And when you measure the distances between the jumps, remember to measure inside to inside. So we measure the inside of the pole to the inside of the pole. Here's from the pole on the ground, and that's Robin using the pole to measure. And you see here we did 18 feet. This is because in the perfect world that I wanted to work in, that I wanted to do a 9-foot rail, 18 feet to a jump, and then 21 feet to the next jump. I was figuring the horses would trot in, do an easy one stride, jump out. But the horses had different ideas. So that's the 18 foot, and then we measured 21 feet to the next pole. And this is the way the jump was set up. So they're coming from the right-hand side of the thing near letter H, and they're going towards letter E. So you can see right here, let me just show you. So they're coming from, you can see the 9-foot rail to this first set of jump standards. And that's where the first jump is going to be. And then it's going to be 18 feet. So from the first set of jump standards to the next set of jump standards right here, it's going to be 18 feet. And then from 18 feet to the next set of jump standards is going to be 21 feet. And in what I decided what we should do is to have 2 one-stride jumps. A little bit of a gymnastic, easy peasy, textbook type of scenario for your jump. So I was thinking that we would have an easy peasy 9-foot rail to the first jump, 18 feet to the second jump, 21 feet to the third jump. So my idea that I thought was going to happen is that they were going to trot in, do the first jump, take an easy one stride, go to the second jump, take an easy one stride, go to the third jump. But that's not quite the way it worked out. The distances were wrong. The horses were excited. They weren't trotting in. They were coming in at a forward, mostly, canter. So we had to adjust the distances, and we had to adjust the jumps, and we moved it back to a 2-stride at 30, almost 32 feet. And this is the distances, 30 feet, 5 inches. So we decided on doing it at 30 feet, 5 inches, and that seemed to work well with the horses that we had, and the height of the jumps that we had weren't too high. So I wanted to measure it after we did it a couple times just to make sure. We did have to move it a little bit for some of the horses. One horse had a little bit bigger stride, one horse had a little bit shorter stride, but this is what we use generally speaking. 30 feet, 5 inches for the 2-stride combination. And that might be a bit short for some horses. So this is a picture. This is the video of one of the horses, the first horse we walked through. We just walked them through and let her have a little bit of mouthful of grain after we walked her through. And this is really important because it rewards the horse for walking through the chute. This is what we like to do, is reward the horse for doing what we want them to do. And so after we walked through a couple times, we trotted the horse through and she got the idea. She knew that she was supposed to go through. You can see it's a little tight through there. So let the horse go. I stood and videoed. Easy. 1, 2. A little bit tight for her, but we wanted for her to shorten up her stride a little bit and sit back on her hocks. And that's just going to play through again, so you can really see encouraged she was to get through there, because she knew that she was going to get a bit of a treat when she got to the end. Easy peasy, right? And then we did it again. And here she is coming through again, one stride, and then she decided rather than rock back on her hocks at the canter, she'd break into the trot and go over the jump at the trot. And that's 3'6". So that's a decent jump, and you can see that we just put up verticals until the horses got used to jumping and understanding what it is that we wanted them to do and developing the muscles. We kept it easy for them so that they could develop the muscles in a positive way and be encouraged to complete the jump chute without any stress. And once she's done that, what does she do? She stops and gets her face into the bucket of grain so that she can go around and do it again. Easy, right? 3'6.5", 3'6". So that's a good jump for that little horse. And this is the next horse going through. This is Toffee going through, and again we walk through the entire chute, walking through. You can see how careful this horse is walking through, and then at the end, what do? We give them a little treat of grain. So after we've walked them through a couple of times, they get the idea, they get to go through there and stop and eat grain. So then when we get through them and let them go at the beginning of the chute, they just trot through and go through on their own. We don't have to chase them around with the crop at all. You saw that we just walked her through a couple of times and let her stop and have a mouthful of grain, right? So the next time through, we put some jumps up, let her have a mouthful of grain. Well, here's a video of her going through, and you can see what she does when she gets to the end. Here's Toffee at the beginning of the chute, and you can see that she's ready to go. Oh, she's just trotting through in hand. So same thing, we're just trotting through in hand, one time through at the trot, and eating. And now, so the next time through, we set up a couple of jumps and let her go through on her own. So she gets the idea and jump the jumps, and at the end she gets a treat, she gets a reward. So here comes, I think this is Toffee. Yeah, that's Toffee. So when we were finished with that horse, she was jumping about 4'1". So we raised it up 2 or 3 times in between, and she was going through there, no problem at all, taking the 2 strides and jumping, and we ended off her at 4'1". And I think this is a really good way to develop the horse and get the horse's strength training going. So this is Honey the horse. She comes in. Lovely canter, beautiful jump over the first fence, and she kind of breaks into a trot. I think she's part draft horse, so and that's a 3'6" fence there. So she really easily comes in, jumps the jump, and no problems with that. She comes again, and that's 3'6" again. She's again easy, 2'6" for the first one, and then 3'6" for the second one. So you see that you can also do your own jumping chute. It's really simple to do. You can do it and with any of the things that you have in your own place. You can just set up a small one with one jump so that you can watch and learn to feel and see how your horse is going through the jumping chute. It's really easy to do. If you got a few jump standards, you can train your horse to go through the chute or go over a jump, lead them over, give them a treat, put them over again, give them a treat. It's so much fun because you can watch them and see how they move over the jumps. Put in the comments below the distances you use and how high you got your horse to jump. It doesn't have to be difficult. It can be easy, and I know you can do it too. My name is Laura, and thanks for watching another video. If you want to improve your riding and training or generally like other horsey related stuff, then subscribe to this channel. Hit the bell icon so you don't miss anything. Thanks now, see you later. Now go use this stuff. Go hug your horse.